So I have to say, one of the things that is most galling to me right now is the astonishing spectacle of the left suddenly realizing that COVID is over. And they've decided that it's time to remove the mask. So now the Capitol doctor has decided that if you want to go to Joe Biden's State of the Union address, you no longer have to wear a mask. Isn't that magic? That it just changed the science. Overnight, it magically changed. COVID has been defeated. Here's the thing. They have to get beyond COVID. But in order to get beyond COVID, they have to act as though something changed. And the entire entertainment apparatus is, of course, going to swivel in their favor. So SNL did a skit with John Mulaney on Saturday night that I was seeing passed around the internet, particularly among people of right-wing persuasion. Like, look, even SNL is catching on. And the skit was basically designed around things that you couldn't say about COVID before, but now you actually have to say. And all I could think when I watched the skit is how angry I am. Because many of us were saying this well over a year ago at this point. Virtually everything said right here, that they're now saying maybe we can talk about it. And they're like mildly embarrassed that they weren't able to talk about it before, or that now they're allowed to say it. Look at us. Look how transgressive we are. We're saying it. We were saying this for a year. And you were mocking people on SNL for a year for saying the kind of stuff that you said last weekend on SNL. Here's a little bit of the skit.
It's like COVID's not over, but it's just going to stop. I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah. Oh, that reminds me of this article I read.
Oh, honey, no one wants to hear about that.
Well, it was in Bloomberg, and I thought it was interesting.
What article?
Well,
Honey.
It was just saying how mask mandates had, I don't know, little to no effect on COVID.
Everybody's giving her bizarre looks. Mulaney is pouring water until it overflows. Okay, so it's everybody reacting with horror. Okay, pause it for a second. Okay, so here's the thing. You know when this would have been funny and transgressive a year ago? A year ago when the mask mandates were actually, like, everybody knew this. Okay, we knew a year ago that the mask mandates hadn't done bleep. The data were available. But now, a year later, look how transgressive we are. We're saying the unthinkable. Look how we are comedic geniuses for saying the thing we could have said a year ago when it would have made a difference. We're saying it now, a year late. When, by the way, everybody's unmasked. Like, you waited until the week after every Democrat decided to unmask. And they're like, look how transgressive we are for pointing out that the policy we spent a year cheering and celebrating and suggesting everybody who disagreed with was a rube. That those policies, it turns out they're right. Isn't this funny? The skit continues.
Not like I'm anti-mask or anything. I just sometimes wonder if any of the things we did actually helped.
Gina.
No. We can talk about this incredibly complicated and emotional topic.
Yes, of course. I will start because, for instance, while I am so personally relieved that I'm vaccinated.
Careful.
I sometimes wonder if other people who are hesitant, careful, might not have like a valid.
What?
Not valid, but understandable.
Not tonight.
Help me.
I think what she means is maybe sometimes we are a little overzealous when we condemn.
Oh, no.
I just think that if people are actually losing their jobs.
Oh, no.
Careful, girl.
Look, vaccines save lives. Fact. Okay, they stop the hospitals from being overrun. Fact.
Where are you up to?
But did I have to dump my oldest friend just because he didn't get
No.
a booster?
Okay, so again, you know when this actually would have been like a funny skit? Is when it mattered, guys. When it mattered. But this is what these comedic geniuses do. Okay. So, are you looking for something in the morning to increase your energy and focus that doesn't have a ton of caffeine? If that sounds like you need to check out Cacao Bliss. Cacao Bliss is a cacao-based superfood powder that is supposed to give you more energy and focus. It has only 7 milligrams of caffeine and 1 gram of sugar. Not to mention, it is gluten-free, dairy-free, soy-free, 100% USDA certified organic, vegan, and keto-friendly. Cacao Bliss is composed of 10 superfoods that will improve your mood, support your metabolism, and crush your cravings. All you have to do is mix it with some hot water and, if you'd like, some nut milk. Watch how easy it is. Behold. It smells delightful, by the way. Okay, 1 level scoop. I had my producer just sample it, and let me tell you, he says it's like a really rich, decadent hot chocolate that he could drink every day. If you'd like to try this, right now you can get it at the link in the description. Use my code BEN for 15% off your total order. Again, click that link below. Use code BEN at checkout for 15% off your order. So you have to get on the right side of history here, which is the reality that everything they're saying here is right. A year ago. And it's not funny because you did it now. Maybe it's funny to all the liberals in the audience who now get to laugh after having made people's lives miserable. I mean, these folks got people fired. They got people fired. People lost their jobs. It's not a joke. People lost their jobs. People lost their life savings. People lost their businesses. You had truckers in Canada who were just clogging up the streets of Ottawa because they were being laid off for being alone in their cab without getting a vax. And now you're laughing about it because, oh my gosh, we can finally acknowledge. You know what would have mattered if you had acknowledged this a little earlier? Now, the timing matters. And they always say in comedy, timing is everything. But if your timing is a year off, it's no longer funny. It just looks like you guys attempting to buy back your own stupidity over the course of the last year. And if you can laugh wholeheartedly on the left after having spent a year demonizing everybody who here you're sort of quasi-apologizing to, apology not accepted, Captain Nita. No. Your quasi-apology here for having, made people's lives miserable and destroying their careers and treating them as the scourge of the earth and suggesting that they're very bad people for not masking up their 2-year-olds. No, you don't get to, your apology is not accepted now that you wish to unmask and be seen as part of the good guys. Yuck. Honestly, it's a source of high irritation to me. Like, I don't, all these people are like, data changed. The data didn't change. The CDC hid the data. You could say you were lied to by the CDC. But the point is they all knew this, right? The entire underlying sensibility of the skit is that all the people in the skit knew all of this months ago. That's why they're so nervous about it being said out loud. We all knew a year ago all this stuff. It can make it crazy. The gaslighting can make it absolutely insane. We're in a battle for the culture and for our values. Like and subscribe to help keep our videos on the front line of the fight and top of your feed.